You know, we had no sound on the intro.
It was sound on my side.
There was none. Nothing.
Okay. It was sound. I'm sorry, guys. We always have glitches. I call them gremlins. So.
Especially when we're on show. Hey, guys, welcome to Family Spirit International on its new night where it's supposed to be on Monday nights. Yep. We're still going to do Supernatural Killers, but that will be on tomorrow at 5:30 Central Time, 6:30 Eastern Time. Yep. So we changed the schedule around a little bit, but tonight we have a great guest, my good friend Bishop Rita Skragula. I hope I pronounced that right. I mean, I've known Rita for a long time. We've investigated together, and we'll have some good stories to tell tonight. Hello, Johnny. Thank you, everybody that's watching. Tonight we're going to be talking. She is a female bishop, but a paranormal investigator and an empath medium, and she's been on TV. So, and we've investigated quite a lot together. One of my dearest friends, and we just keep always coming back to each other and showing up. So, you guys go enjoy Rita. She's a great guest, and let's bring her on, Gwen.
Hey, Rita.
Hi, Rita.
You can't hear. Uh-oh.
Okay, hold on. Make sure. Well, she's not muted, is she?
Rita, can you go back out, all the way out, and I'll bring you back in? We have this trouble sometimes. I'm sorry. She can't hear me. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to have to message her. Hang on. You guys, we have this. We call them gremlins. I promise you.
Well, it happens. Well, you've got an exorcist on here.
Yep.
A demonologist. You have myself is I've got lost the word. Spiritual warfare myself.
Yep.
Gwen's getting into it now. We're teaching her how to be a spiritual warrior.
Okay. She'll come back. We have this problem. Honestly, I have it a lot on all the shows, and if we're talking about certain things,
yeah,
it happens. It just does. But she'll be back in a minute, and Johnny, thank you, and she'll be back. Okay, here she comes. Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Okay, now I'll tell you why this happens. Every time I do a show, and now you're on the show too, of what we do as spiritual warfare people.
Yes.
Stuff like, pardon my French, stuff likes to F with us.
Yes,
all right, I'm putting the banner up. There we go. We're covered.
I think it's hilarious. But it doesn't make a good show sometimes. It's like, but this is real life. And it happens to Gwen a lot on the network. It happens to me a lot.
Yep. 9 times out of 10, it happens to me.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
And it's just because of the stuff we've done.
Yeah.
Oh, you're an archbishop now. Oh, my God. Congratulations. I thought you just... See, I remember Rita when Rita was just Rita. So
me too.
And, yeah, we've known each other for a while. We did Fort Morgan together and had a blast down there investigating. We did Jacksonville, Florida. We did the White House. And then,
I'm so jealous.
I know. And then a couple of years ago, I was up at Old South Pittsburgh Hospital. And I wasn't expecting anybody. And somebody goes, hey, somebody wants to see you. And I turned around, there's my good friend Rita. I was like, how are you doing, sweetheart?
I hadn't seen him in years. I didn't even know he was going to be there. It was just really weird. So that was neat. Yeah.
Well, we ended up investigating Old South Pittsburgh Hospital together too that day.
That was a blast.
I mean, we've had some fun. I had some cool stuff happened to us, especially like at Fort Morgan over there in the back. If you've never been, there's a back part of the fort over there. And we had a spirit over there that was a baby.
Oh.
And you hear audibly this baby cry.
Yeah.
Then I got tickled because one of our investigators that was with us, he's an experienced investigator. It startled him so bad he about peed himself. Me and Rita like laughing because it was hilarious to us.
Yeah.
But I couldn't help but laugh. It's like, we've done this so dang long, we're coming up. I don't know about you, Rita, but I've done this for 41 years now. Investigating.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we've been around the block for a long time.
Yeah.
But I got to ask you, this is the only archbishop question I ask you as an exorcist. I'm not going to ask you to tell me where it was or who it was, but what was the most intense one you ever had to do?
Oh, I had to do a Marine. And let's say, he was a sniper, and he was how with the demonic and that, when you're possessed, how you have the strength of at least 6 men.
Yes.
Well, they had taken his wife before we got down there to do it. His wife had to call the police like 4 different times and have him taken to the psych ward. And it took them 20 policemen to get him in the back of a car.
Oh, I believe it.
That strong. And that was the worst one.
The worst one I ever had was a 12-year-old little girl.
Yeah.
This little girl was like 5 times Hulk Hogan's strength.
Oh my goodness.
And when we held her down, it took 5 big men. And you know me, I'm a big man.
Yes.
I'm like 6'3", like 250. I'm not 250 anymore because of my cancer, but I was back then.
Yeah.
And we were holding this down, and she pushed us off. All 5 grown men threw us off of her.
Wow.
And then she started cussing at us in Latin. And it's weird. I don't speak Latin, but I understood exactly what she was saying.
Yeah.
And when we got the spirits out of her, I mean, she went from this mean, strong, bullheaded girl to back to being a 12-year-old girl again, smiling, laughing. The first thing she did when it left her was, ha ha ha, thank you. This is over with. I can be a girl again. I was like, oh my God. But yeah.
That is the best part, is at the end when they look at you and they realize that it is gone. And it's so many times they'll be like looking at their hands and things like they hadn't seen them in so long.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And they'll say, I think I can fly. I feel so light. I just feel so light.
Yeah. And if you've never done a cleansing before, when you walk into the location, it is heavy as all hell.
Like tar holding you down.
It is like tar built on tar with throwing some more tar on top of it.
Exactly.
And then when it clears up, it feels like you're floating on a cloud. The energy is just so much different in there.
Yes. And people will say, I can actually breathe. And you know what they mean, because it's the same way for us. I can't breathe that dense air either. And so when it clears, it's just like, I
it's
can
like
breathe.
You finally get like you were in the pool trying to hold your breath for a long time.
Yes.
And you finally emerge from the water. You're like,
yes.
Hey, Rita, Johnny, hold on. Let me just pop it up. Can you see the comment? He's asking, are you Catholic?
Yes, old Catholic.
Yep. You were trained by the same one I was, Dr. James Long.
Yeah. Well,
I'm the only pagan.
I wasn't trained by him, but I was on the show with him.
Okay. Well, I actually trained under James. I'm the only pagan in the Catholic Church that they ever trained. That I'm only one recognized by the old Catholic Church.
Very cool.
Yeah. But I also taught James how to do Native American cleansings as well. So it was a trade,
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, I like
we all learn from one another.
Yep.
Yeah, we do. And we've learned from each other. I mean, we taught each other stuff that now that I still use it and I reteach to other people, and I'm sure Rita's taken stuff I've taught her
Oh,
and
yeah,
use it to help other people with too.
absolutely.
But yeah, we've had such a good relationship as friends, and I really miss our old friend Reem.
Me too.
Y'all would have loved Reem. She was a trip.
She was.
She loved the paranormal field like me and Rita do, and like you do,
Yes.
Glenn. And
And she
I,
had amazing gifts
oh,
herself.
she did.
Hmm.
And, it's like I had to tell, like I told you, I told Reem one time. I said, "Look, you got gifts you don't even know you have."
Hmm.
No, I don't. No, I don't. Yeah, Reem, listen to me, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I tell Gwen all the time.
I get this lecture all the time. And I'm like, in my timeline, when he gets well, I'm going to aggravate him to death. We're going to talk every
And I'm
day.
a teacher,
He's
like
gonna-
I taught
Yes, he is.
everybody else is what, because I didn't growing up, I had these gifts since I remember being 4 years old.
Yeah.
And I had my grandmother there for a little while, Native American woman, Cherokee,
Yep.
full-blooded. And she was my mentor for like a year. And then she got married to an Air Force guy and moved out of town.
Mm.
And so I didn't have, the backup like some people do, like our good friend Lee, who
Yeah.
owns the network. Wouldn't be here tonight, but she's doing something with her husband.
Yeah.
She had her mom, her grandma,
Mhm.
and she's got like 5 generations of people that help teach her and stuff. I had none of that.
Exactly.
So I experienced, the dead bodies that had been shot, had been in car accidents, had been stabbed,
Yeah.
suffocated, all that stuff. I saw them when I was a child. And
Johnny,
I had
yes.
no defense of it because, and you couldn't tell nobody growing up in Alabama because you're in the Bible Belt.
Oh, in South Carolina either. Even up in
Mm.
I was a paramedic, Rita, and
Oh,
I
my
worked in the
goodness.
hospital before that. And one day I will tell my stories, but I saw so much and I had to deny it because I was told as a kid, no, you didn't do that. No, you
yeah,
didn't.
they put you in the
No.
rubber room because I live right
me
here in the
too.
heart of I lived
too.
right in the belt buckle of the Bible Belt. So
Yeah, you do actually.
you just lived on one of the on the
Well,
buckle.
notches, yeah. Yeah.
Mm. Goodness.
But yeah, it's amazing though. And the stuff we've got to do and the stuff I've seen. And I'll tell you the coolest thing I ever saw was with our friend Trish at Sloss Furnaces.
Ooh.
We're sitting there with her and we're doing a Assumption box, Frank Sumpton's. She took her camera out, was about to replace batteries in it. This is the first time I ever met her. And I watched her take the batteries completely out of that camera, put them in her right pocket, grabbing her left pocket for the fresh batteries. And before she even got the batteries back in the camera, this thing expanded. I'll do my fingers. It went from about this thick to like this thick in 3 seconds. It
Yep.
sounded like a shotgun going off. My first reaction, I grabbed the camera from her. I'm checking to see if there's stress fractures in it, if the screws, if there's something wrong with the camera. Nothing. It went back from this small, this big, back to this small again. And I'm looking to see if there's any structural damage to the camera because the way it sounded like the thing exploded.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, it was loud. I mean, it sounded like a shotgun going off. And her face is just got 8 shades of white because she didn't know what the hell happened either. She thought maybe that the batteries exploded. Well, she still had the batteries in her hand when I took the camera from her. And I put batteries. I took batteries from her, put them in the camera, and took several sets of pictures with it just to see if it still it worked fine. And she looked at me and goes, "That camera's yours now." I had that camera till about a year and a half, 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And it wouldn't work no more, so I ended up just throwing it away. But yeah, that was
Rena
was
and I
pretty
did
cool.
the Florida House Inn down in Jacksonville,
Mhm.
actually on Amelia Island, I should say. And they had sent a photographer from one of the news stations to come, and it was close to Halloween, and they wanted to use it as their story. So
Right.
they came down and they sent this guy, and I guess I don't know if he'd ever done a haunted place before. I don't know. But he comes in there and he gets everything set up and he starts asking questions and he starts to film. And there was just a weird sound. We didn't know what it was, but it was just kind of weird. And the guy started messing with the camera and stuff. And he said, I don't understand this. I don't understand this. And he's getting all upset. I'm going, what's the matter? I said, if it's, if it's a, an energy draw from it, that happens all the time.
Yeah.
I said, so don't worry about that. He said, but look at this. And he took and he showed me the battery on the camera, and I've seen them like get bigger.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen it where it got totally sucked in.
Yeah.
It was dented and everything. And it's freaked him out so bad. He said, I've got another one out in the van. I'll be right back. He went in the van and he left.
He was gone.
Oh.
He never came back.
Well, I'll tell you something funny, Rita. When I filmed for Mission Unsolved for the Science Channel, we're sitting there before we film. I'm sitting there just looking, and I was like, have you ever, because I was asking, how long have you been doing, television stuff? Oh, 25, 30 years. So did you ever have your equipment just drain?
Absolutely.
Oh, this is what's funny. He goes, no, not 28 years. And as soon as I said that, the sound guy goes, sound's gone, camera's gone. Then it's like, what kind of mojo are you throwing us? I said, I'm just telling you what I'm seeing.
That's about the time that I'll take and say, okay, show off, we got it.
That's what I did. It made me laugh because these guys, they're professional. They're doing filming and stuff.
Yep.
They've done paranormal shows before. They've never had nothing happen to them. I said, I guess I just had to be around for it to happen for
That's
you.
Right. There's particular people that they like to pick on.
Oh no, it's like, well, you've been around me enough. They call my name like it's nothing to them.
Yep.
They call mine a lot too, which is I don't even think about it anymore. I really don't, but it is kind of odd.
Where I'll do a spirit box session, and I'll say, "Watch, I'm gonna walk out," and as soon as I do, they'll start calling my name. USS North Carolina with Gwen.
Yep.
She just looks at me and is like, they're calling for you. I said, I told you they do it. They do it every time. I mean, I'll have my name called in places I'm not even at. One night I had 3 buddies of mine. One was on the USS Hornet in California. The other one was up at Alcatraz. And another one was up at Gettysburg. And within 10 minutes of each other, they kept calling me. Blaine, they keep asking for you up here. They've asked you like 20 times. I said, I don't even have to be there and they know who I am. I think that's pretty damn cool.
I had one happen where I had my team in, and the team was in, part of the team was in the master bedroom at the place. I was out in the kitchen, and those were 2 like of the hot spots that they were having problems. And we got everything done. We got everything. And I had like a 9-hour drive back home. I get home and my phone's ringing, and I'm like, what the heck? I walk in, and it's one of the girls that was there. And she said, hey, I just started going through some of this stuff that we did. And I said, yeah. And she said, I got one you need to hear. I said, oh, what is it? So she says, here, listen to this. And I hear her on the microphone saying, can you tell us your name? Clear as everything. It says, go ask Rita.
Go ask Rita. I've had that a lot. So go ask Blaine.
She said, so I'm asking you, what is his name?
Yeah. Those crack me up. It's like, even though this has happened to us for decades, it still amuses me.
It is. It's
that they know who we are.
I guess for me, it's more the look on everybody else's face. Like, how do they know you?
Thank you. That's one that I just sit there and laugh. It's like, I don't know. And it's funny. Our friend Lee bought me a sweatshirt that says, I'm a ghost hunter. They know my name.
I like that.
I showed that to my wife, and Jennifer was like, yeah, that's you. But I just think it's hilarious. Now, we've both been on TV, so have you. Tell us about your experience on TV with your reenactor.
Well,
sorry.
They did a reenactment of the story that I told them and what happened in it. and they had a girl that was playing me, and they had another girl that was playing my partner that I do exorcism with.
Mhm.
And then somebody that was playing the priest that we had in at that particular place. And the girl that they got, that they had originally signed up to do me, she had done a different episode, and they were going to use her again for this one that we're talking about. And it just so happened she came down with COVID and she couldn't do it.
Mm.
So they got a different girl to play me, and she didn't have the right hair color. So they literally went out, had sent somebody out to go find a wig that would look something like this. And it was crazy. The one they got, according to them, and it was so funny because she said, by the time she got done playing me for that reenactment, she said that they had already named the wig because it had a personality of its own. And she said, and I mean, and it looks so bad on the reenactment.
Oh,
it looks
yeah.
so awful.
Yeah, I saw that episode that you were in. I'm
It's
like,
a wig. I mean, it's
like,
like in your
poor
face
Rita.
wig.
well, it's like the guy that had me playing Monster Quest. Okay, I'm a big guy. This guy was like a little bitty dude.
Mhm.
Probably like
You was.
5'6", had this little baby face on him, and I mean, he did a good job, but I just thought it was funny because
Did he have the southern drawl?
no, he didn't say a word. That's so funny. He didn't say a word his whole reenactment.
Oh,
Nope.
okay.
All he did was react.
Oh no.
No, so they didn't have him speak for me. Thank goodness. Now, when I did Mission Unexplained, they did have a guy that I thought was hilarious, being a military guy. This guy had like a little mustache and a beard. I'm like, he ain't in the military. It just made me laugh. But and he sounded like he was from Wisconsin. So I was like, okay. You know, y'all couldn't have got Brad Pitt to play me, man. Come on.
There you go.
But yeah, it was fun. I've had so much fun filming. No, I'll tell you a funny story. I filmed with our friend Lee on her show, Repossessed. I
Mhm.
never made the episode, but I was written on as a paranormal consultant for that episode. Well, the 8th show of her series, she was on SLS camera, and there was a spirit. There were 2 other entities fighting this thing.
Oh.
One was my spirit guide Janawa, and the other one was Lee's spirit guide. They were beating the bricks off of this thing, man. I'm laughing, and Lee said they didn't show you the whole thing. It lasted for about 12, 13 minutes. They just
Oh my
beat the little
gosh.
car out. Her spirit guide
That's
and my spirit
unheard of.
guide were the only ones ever so far that got credit on the credits at the end of the show.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep.
That's cool.
But yeah, that made my day. Lee's like, I'm so sorry. I said, what are you sorry for? I said, my help. I always make the joke. I said, yeah, my spirit guide had more TV time than I did.
And she will tell you, yeah, I've heard her voice. I know her voice now. And I was like, I'll look at Blaine and I'll go, that's her. And he's like, yeah.
Yeah.
She's recognized.
Yeah, she recognized now. But yeah, she's a TV star now, you know?
Yeah.
It was funny back a lot of years ago, probably a decade ago. Colleen and I was at a place that we were figuring out what they had there, and Colleen is just like, you know, she's picking up on this one and that one and that, and she's going, "Who is Martha? Who's Martha?" And I go, "That's my grandma."
Yeah.
She said, "Would you tell your grandmother to go home? We're working."
No, your grandma's there for a reason, because
She's my guide.
when you have 7 generations of family, that's their whole job.
Yeah.
Grandmas are a big part of it. My grandmother shows up. Both
She's
of my
been my guide
grandmothers.
since 2009.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Janawa's my main guide. Both my grandmothers are there always. I have aunts, uncles, and cousins that are passed that'll come by me.
Yeah.
But yeah, your grandma's going to be there. She can't make grandma leave because grandma ain't going to leave. For
No,
one,
heck no.
no. I wouldn't tell my grandmother to leave. That
No,
mean
ma'am.
little woman used to scare the hell out of me. She still
No.
scares the hell out of me.
And she should.
was
Yeah.
like
My,
5'6",
my
5'3".
grandma's, my
Uh-uh,
grandma's
no.
probably going to kick me in just a minute, but she was like 4'9" or so, and
Oh.
very petite lady, nice, sweetest smile, just a wonderful lady.
Yeah.
And it was just, Colleen was just getting sick. What does she want? I said, you're a psychic. Talk to her. What does she want?
No doubt.
Just want you to know she's here. Okay,
Yep.
thanks.
And she's going to be there because you guys are doing something that requires multiple protections.
Absolutely.
I mean, the more the better.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I look at it when I'm doing a cleansing. I want as many tribes as I can get there. I want all my ancestors there. I want the family's ancestors there. I don't want to play fair. They don't. Why should I?
I had to laugh though when we were down at the hospital at South Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
It was so funny because we were all, Colleen and myself and Blaine, and I think a couple other people were there too. We were down in the basement part, and they had all these other groups that were throughout the hospital doing their thing. So we just kind of stayed down there. We were having a great time, just laughing and stuff. But you could feel like it would be like, yeah, it's up on 3rd floor right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's on 2nd floor. Okay. Well, we were talking all of a sudden, and all that we had on there, there's no windows down there. So there was no ambient light. And so, somebody had one candle lit. And all of a sudden I saw the blackness coming in, and I said, it's here.
It's here. We're both at the same time. It's like,
It went
here.
right over to that candle and snuffed it out.
Yep.
I mean, it was just like that, just like a blanket, just bam, and snuffed it out.
You know what pissed me off about that, Rita? It was something that didn't belong to the hospital. They had another group. I'm not going to give them credit for their stupidity.
Yeah.
They had conjured this thing up.
Oh.
Yeah.
And it was nasty. I mean,
Yeah.
it was
Oh,
a
yeah.
nasty spirit. I mean, nasty.
What they did was they had it at one point where it seems like, and correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I'd heard, that they'd had where so many people, you had to pay so much ahead or whatever, or if you go down there and clean, they'll let you do for a night or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then whoever it was that was doing this got greedy and told people, you can do, we don't care what you do. You can do anything you want here. So
I know exactly what you're talking about. Thank God she's not running the place no more.
They were doing all kinds of awful things, bringing in the worst spirits, and
not retracting the spirits. They brought them in and left them there.
Yeah.
And it really pissed off the spirits, the good spirits that were there, like the doctors and nurses and patients that were there.
Right.
Well, and we've had to do several of the patients, the people that have gone there, you know, after that happened, who ended up leaving possessed and with attachments and stuff. So
Yeah,
I did not appreciate that at all.
I like to call it like this. They let them in their blind, no protection, no nothing.
Yep.
So here you go. I do an investigation. I know Rita does too. We've done it together. I watched her do a Christian prayer, and I did a Native American prayer at the same time.
Yep.
We watched over each other.
Yep.
And we made sure when we left there that nobody had attachments to them. We did a cleansing on them before they left. And these freaking morons, I'm glad they actually went out of business.
Yeah, I'm too.
Because when they were bringing stuff in there, I mean, I had to remove the thing twice.
Ugh.
Yeah, I got rid of it once and they brought it back. The same group of idiots. And groups like that, I have no love for.
No, I don't either.
I mean, you don't have enough what's the word I'm looking for? Integrity.
Yeah.
That you're going to do this, because you got people that come to these places that have no idea. They've seen an episode of a ghost hunting show on TV.
Yeah.
They don't know that there are other things out there, you know, and Rita will tell you this too. Not all of them are demonic.
No, gosh. No.
There's a lot of them that were just nasty people and they're nasty spirits.
They don't change.
I had a few that tried to elevate themselves to demonic, and I could hear their real voices. I said, okay, now I've heard your little child voice. That's what I call them, a child. I said, no, let me hear your big boy voice. And then the next thing you hear is, sorry, Mr. Blaine. Like, yeah, yeah, I can see right through your stupid ass.
Mm-hmm.
And those I have no use for. I mean, don't be something you're not.
Yeah.
Right.
You as a spirit. If you were a nasty bastard when you were alive, be a nasty bastard when you're a spirit. I don't care.
Yeah.
Oh, they did.
Marla.
Marla, they have. And I don't know if you saw the pentagram. And it's funny because a pentagram did not start out as evil. It was a peaceful symbol.
Mm-hmm.
And it was converted over by certain groups that made it evil. Like the Nazi symbol was a peace symbol in India. That had nothing to do with the Nazis or their, master race. But they chose that because they thought it looked cool.
Right.
And reading those too, out the front door, they had done another pentagram in wax.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I took a lighter and burned the wax all the way till it melted completely. And I sealed it up where nothing else could come back through because they actually intended it for evil. They put that evil intention out there and brought evil to the place that wasn't evil. But as Rita knows, the spirits, the doctors, nurses, and patients were wonderful if you treat them right.
Absolutely.
Now, if there's the ones that went in there and provoked them, they don't want to do it. It took me about 3 trips up there to let them know, hey, look, I'm not here to provoke you or make you mad. I'm here to learn from you and let you get your voice out there. And then once I did that, man, it was like smooth sailing. We got some of the funniest stuff on the 3rd floor. We're up there doing a ghost box session, and we hear this young girl go, I have Facebook. And I'm like, what is your status, dead? I said, show me where I can find it because I'll friend request you.
Yeah, absolutely.
It made the spirit giggle. I thought it was hilarious.
Unfortunately, I've had people that I've had to take the evil spirits out of, in that while she was possessed, she did go on Facebook and she made Facebook pages for each one of her demonic spirits. And she was literally, people were sending them out. People were accepting it. Oh, thank you. So they're coming into their houses.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. To me, she deserves the Roy A. Dumbass Award.
Yeah.
Like, what kind of dumbass are you that would sit there and put that out there because you're putting that intention out there and other people are picking up on this and that evil spirit's like, hey, free game. Let's go.
Yep.
God.
It's awful.
But
it is.
That just trips me out. But mine, Lisa, was a spirit that said she had Facebook. So
yeah.
I thought
find that one.
I wish I still had the audio of it, but when I had my other computer, I had it on it and it crashed. So I lost I had some great EVPs on there.
Yeah, I've had that happen too.
I've got a little boy screaming, let me out, like somebody like his brother or something locked him in a closet.
Aw.
Now the one I still have that I had emailed myself, I have this spirit up there in Shelby County, Alabama. And it says, it's an old black man. You hear him say, George likes homos. And it just cracked me up.
Wow.
I'm like, well, I guess he didn't like George too much. But I just thought that's the kind of stuff I get that's just hilarious. I've had, you know where Bryce's Hospital is up in Tuscaloosa? Where we investigated it like all day, like 8 hours. And right next door was an old a convalescent home. Oh. The state was going to turn it back into senior living apartments that are real nice that people could afford.
Yeah.
There's a stack of wood sitting there, and there's like 5 of us. We sit down, and thank God I have my recorder going and my ghost box going at the same time. You hear this old man go, it ain't going to hold you, dumbass. It gets better. And then you hear on the recorder, you hear the wood crash, us hitting the ground, making a ooh noise. And him going, told you, dumbass. Then you hear him walk off. Top.
Oh, that would be so funny.
I mean, I get stuff like that. What's another funny one I got? Oh, we were like when Dodge was talking about bringing the Charger and the Challenger back. This is before they came out. Mm-hmm. And we got a spirit of like an 18-year-old boy. He goes, no shit. But yeah, so I've got some funny ones. I've got other ones, that are like, I'll tell you the first EVP I ever caught where we had went to where Sharon Tate was murdered by the Manson family.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I got Jay Sebring to come on first. He said, I asked him, I heard the male voice. I said, what did you do for a living? He says, I cut hair, because he was a stylist at the Star. I got Abigail Folger to come through, and she said coffee, because she was Folger's coffee heirs.
Right.
Then Sharon Tate come on, and this, I'll never forget this end of my life. She said, they killed me, they killed my baby. And that's all she said.
Yeah.
Yeah, she actually begged for her life, and I think it was Patricia Krenwinkel told her, says, I don't give a shit about you or your baby, bitch.
Yeah.
And kept stabbing her.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
I
Yeah.
was like,
Horrible.
damn.
Just horrible.
Now I gotta ask, I love asking this one. Shows, Rita, what's the funniest thing ever happened to you on an investigation?
Oh Lord. There's so many.
I know.
Oh man. The funniest thing. Boy. I can't, right off the top of my head, I can't think of, let's see. I guess one time I had lit an incense thing, and I had it sitting on what I thought was had like it was made out of wood, but it had a top that was like metal or whatever. And I had it sitting up there. We got done doing the exorcism and came around. We were putting everything down and everything, and found out that one place that I put it, there was no metal. So it burned into the actual wood of the box.
Holy
wow.
I felt so horrible.
Oh, I'll tell you what happened to me and Gwen that just makes me crack up. We're investigating USS North Carolina. The night before, we're at the hotel because we didn't investigate till Saturday night. Well, we're sitting out there by the pool at a table doing a ghost box session. And one of the owners of the hotel, he walks out and goes, well, y'all over here doing supernatural shit? Oh, y'all trying to haunt my hotel? I said, no, sir, your hotel's already haunted. And this dude, he ran back to the door. Me and Gwen are like about to pee ourselves laughing because it was so funny. And then every time, like that day before we left to go investigate, we seen him in the hall of the hotel. He saw me and Gwen, turned around and went the other way.
He sure did.
Oh my gosh.
I got t-shirts made of that. I'm doing supernatural shit.
I still got to get one. Matter of fact, I wore Boo Buddies tonight.
Boo Buddies, yeah.
I wore Boo
Boo
Buddies,
Buddies
but
is
I don't
the
have
one
one
I
of those yet.
Yeah. Rita, the reason I came up with those, we teach a class on paranormal, and I always said, get you a Boo Buddy. Somebody, always told you never investigate by yourself. Right. Always have a Boo Buddy. So I thought of the term. I thought it was cute.
Yeah, and, it's cute.
People ran with it.
Yeah, I bet. One thing that happened when they put us up when we were there filming for the show, they put us up in a hotel. I think it was a Best Western. I think it was Best Western. Anyway, it was right downtown Pasadena. It's right across the street from where they're filming America's Got Talent.
Yeah.
And they had a bunch of that going on. So you could see all the people going in their costumes and all that stuff. But anyway, they was in one particular room, and one of the guys that I was on the show with, Sean Whittington, he called and he said, do you have anything weird going on in your room? And I said, well, not any more than normal. Normal. He said, well, I woke up this morning and he had brought a little statue of St. Michael and the wings broke off it. Oh. He said, what do you think I should do with that? And I said, bring it along. Because they told us to bring things to put in front of us on the table while we're filming. Yeah. I said, bring it along. And so I think it was after that day of filming, because it was like 14-hour days of filming, got in there and stuff. And I'm just sitting there and I'm turned the TV on and I'm trying to figure out if I really want to get anything to eat or not. about that time, I hear this noise, and I thought, what is that? And I turned and I looked, and the blinds in the room were going up by themselves and coming
Yeah.
down by themselves, going up by
And that
themselves.
happened many times.
And I'm like,
I've had the door open with it completely locked and that little slide thing over.
mhm.
I watched it move, then open, then watch the door open. I was like, well, come on in.
Exactly.
How you doing
Make yourself
tonight?
comfortable.
Oh, can you make yourself comfortable? Yeah, that happens every time I go to a different hotel or bed and breakfast. But
Yep.
they follow me anyway, so I always have spirits around me like you do, like Gwen does.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell you a funny one. We were in. Well, I just go ahead and say it. We were in. I forgot what. Where was the hotel at when we went to Deep South and we were up there in the room and we had a few people in and had the boxes on.
Oh, over there in Ozark.
Yeah, Ozark. I think were we actually in Ozark? But anyway, we were at that, Paracon, and we were up there doing that. And then right after that, at 3:00 in the morning or 1:00 in the morning, everybody's phone in the hotel, including cell phones, started going off. And I looked at Blaine and I sat down and I didn't say nothing. Blaine looked at me. I was like, oh God, we did that.
It's like, okay, they're messing with us now.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was like, uh-oh.
They're here.
They're always here. That's the funny part about us is that they're always
They're always.
here.
Oh.
I got to the point where I had to start setting boundaries. Like, okay, when I go to my bedroom, that's my room, not yours. I can hear what you got to say tomorrow.
Yep.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone in the bathroom, the shower, in my bedroom. Anywhere else in the house, you can mess with me. But I want that time. That's my time that I get away from you guys for a while because I get bombarded daily.
Mhm.
It's normal for me, but after a while, it's like, okay.
Just want some downtime. Yes.
Downtime. There you go.
Don't come into my dreams. Let me do, because I have weird enough dreams as it is anyway. I don't need any of that shit in my dreams.
Right.
I'm one of the weird ones that dream. When I dream vividly, I have smells, tastes, touch, all of it like you're alive right now.
Yeah.
And I can see faces. I can hear I know names. No, they tell you can't do it. That's a lie. You can't.
Mm-hmm.
Or you dream about people It's like, no, I know. I see people in my dreams. I don't know who the hell they are.
Mm-hmm.
But I know who their name is. Somehow I know their name.
Yeah.
I know where they're from. What their likes and dislikes are. All that kind of weird shit.
That's pretty cool, especially if they're probably wanting you to get a message to somebody.
Oh, I'll give you the funniest one. We're doing the premiere for The Conjuring. The original Conjuring movie. Oh, I'm sorry, A Haunting in Connecticut.
Okay.
And we'd already did the premiere. We were at a restaurant afterwards doing an after party with it. And I start hearing this older black man tell Letitia Cleophas is here. I'm like, who the hell is Cleophas? And and he kept bugging me. Finally, I said, ma'am, do you know somebody named Cleophas? And her black lady, she turned white. I mean, white.
Wow.
She said, that was my husband.
Yeah.
And it's funny. It's like, she says, well, how do you know it's him? And like on cue, I started hearing the Sanford and Sons theme song playing in my head. And I said, he's humming the Sanford and Sons thing. And it's like, her eyes got even wider.
Uh-oh.
She said, we watched that every night before we went to bed. I said, well, that's him telling you hello, that he's around you, that he always watches over you. And
there's no way I could have known what you guys watched before you went to bed.
In the slightest.
Exactly.
I didn't know the lady's name until after I gave her the information that Cleophas gave to give to her.
Yeah.
But I didn't know her from Adam's House Cat.
Right.
But that's just one of the many times that I've had spirits come up to me, hey, tell this to so-and-so. Tell this to so-and-so. And it's like, okay, this is in public. So do I want to embarrass myself and make this lady blush?
Uh-oh.
Well, I had one gentleman spirit, and I'll be a little rough. She said, he exact words, my wife had the nicest boobs. I'm like, I ain't telling that woman she got nice boobs.
That's why he's like, no, just no.
And then what I ended up telling her, I said, ma'am, your husband James, and then, you know, of course they look at me like I stole something from him.
Mm-hmm.
And he just wants me to let you know that you still have a nice body. I want to go say, hey, she has some king old bitties on her. You know?
I remember we had gone up to our bishop up in Tennessee. We would go when he was still alive. We'd go up there. It was 2-hour drive up there and that, but we would do that once a month to take mass with them.
Sure.
And where he had it at though was at a funeral parlor and using the chapel inside. So we're in there and Colleen's over here and she's like doing the, you know, with the with the elbowing thing. And I'm like, what? She said, the lady they're burying this afternoon in the other room, she wants me to give a message to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I said,
yeah.
Well, does she know we're not going to be here for that? And she said, I don't know. What should I do? And I said, write it down. We'll leave her a note.
She found an in and took that in.
Yep.
Yeah.
I said,
I've had it.
Write
That's
it
why
down
I do
and
not
leave
like
it here for her.
I do not like hospitals and funeral homes because, especially being an empath medium, especially hospitals, I will see every freaking thing that ever happened in there. I had an experience at the VA hospital here in Montgomery when I broke my ankle. I had to have 5 surgeries in 5 days.
Oof.
Oh.
So like the first night I'm there, the first thing I see is a Marine that had been blown up.
Oh.
He still had part of his uniform on, but you could tell he had been in an explosion.
Yeah.
And the next night it was a different one, then a different one. And then I saw, like the third night, and I was in a room by myself, but there was 3 beds in there. Oh. Right across from me, it looked like it was a time slip. And we'll talk about that in a minute. But this one, like the nurse walked in, and she's got the old-timey nursing hat on with the cross on the top of it. Had the old nursing shoes, everything.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there watching this the whole time. And it's like, because I know nobody else is in there with me. The doctor hadn't even come to see me yet. I was in there by myself. Jennifer already went home. And this happened about 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. And I see them as clear as I'm looking at you guys right now. And I watch her take his blood pressure, take his temperature. And it was like, Corporal Johnson, how are you doing today? Blah, blah, blah. I'm Nurse Susan, or whatever her name was.
Mm-hmm.
But I sit there and just watch that, like, amused. I was like, ain't this some cool stuff? And this was so cool about it. All the spirits I saw the day they released me from the hospital, they're rolling me out in the wheelchair. I see all of those spirits telling me goodbye.
Aww.
I was like, is that not freaking cool?
That is cool.
And it didn't scare me. It was just, it impressed me.
Yeah.
You know, it was like, this is pretty cool that they all told me goodbye.
That's neat. And I'm sure it was cool for them because not everybody can communicate.
All right.
Well, I think they appreciated it because I could, because they hadn't had the communication. You know as well as I do, most spirits, they just want to be recognized and understood and loved.
Yep.
And I showed them that recognition and that love, and they thanked me for that. So every time I go back to that VA, I always say hi to every one of them because I see them every time I walk in the VA.
We had done back a couple of years ago. We had spoken with the guys. We were asking, where do we need to go next? Because we go to several places and cleanse the land in the area and stuff like that. And we were saying, where do we need to go next? And the guide said that it was a little cemetery that there's a lot of military people that are there, but they're not happy. They're not resting. They're not at rest. No. Right. And I said, okay. I said, why are they not at rest? And he said, well, some of them just don't want to leave, but there were a lot of them that were just thrown in a grave and never did get a real send off.
Exactly.
And I
Yep.
said, okay. I said, I know what to do then. So I went
Good.
down there. We went down, and it was by Selma. It wasn't far from Selma. And we found it. It was a little, really small place. And we found it. We walk in, and it was a nice day. I remember before I left, I thought I was trying to get all my stuff together. I need my cleanse bag. I need this. I need that, you know. And as I'm walking out the door, I went, oh crap, I need a bowl. I had a handful of military medals that I had that were my dad's.
Right
and,
on.
And I thought, I'm going to bring those down there. I need a bowl or something to put them in. And so I happened to look over and I saw my dog's dish that I washed that morning. Hopefully they, you know.
They didn't care. They didn't care. They didn't care.
I thought, I hope they don't mind.
Well, you got to remember though, they were military, so they probably ate out of some crappy shit like that too. So that probably made them feel good.
Well, I brought it along, and we got down there, and we walk in the cemetery, and there's right towards the middle of the cemetery was a large. Somebody had carved this most beautiful cross. It was stood about. Well, let's see, I'm about 5 foot, so it had to be about 5'2", whatever. It was pretty high. And it was beautiful. I thought, that's it. That's where we're going to do it.
Right
so
on.
Went over there, and I put the dish on top of the cross, and I put the medals in it. And I had my to do communion out there, and that I did a very nice funeral for them. And I offered them to come up and to take communion. And then when we were playing taps, I told them, there are medals in here for you. You've more than earned them. Please come by and take one.
Oh, wow.
Well, I'll tell you one that happened with me and Lee's husband, Matt. We call ourselves, Matt and Lee call ourselves the Cemetery Club, because we had some cool stuff happen. We were at one,
Gettysburg?
No, what Gettysburg? It was down in South.
I've heard the story. That's
okay. It was over by the Poli jail. I can't remember the town.
Can I finish mine real quick?
Yes, please.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna forget. I'm that old now. So, as that finished, I took my camera and I took pictures right from where I was standing, and I just did it like a circle around, and didn't think nothing more of it. Left, went home. Got busy doing something, never thought nothing of it. About a month later, I finally remembered, oh, I never did go through those pictures. I went through, and I literally have pictures of this. The picture that I took of the cross with the dog dish on top, it had my dad's flag at the bottom of it, and that. When I told them, as it was playing taps, is when I took the pictures. And I told them to come and take whatever they wanted out of it. And there is the bowl up there, and there's this big light that's in the bowl, and it's just like this.
Wow.
And it's like, that's insane.
Mm-hmm.
One of the other pictures I took that was off the other direction was a being of light. It looked like an angel, and it was like 6 foot tall, and just standing there and watching the ceremony.
Yeah.
And that's one of the coolest things I've ever had happen.
Well, when I was telling you about, this cemetery, it was a lot of Confederate and Union soldiers buried in this cemetery.
Yeah.
Well, for 150, 60 years, they've still been fighting with each other.
Oh, Lord.
There was a general that was buried there, but they buried him under the church. And the church would not let them dig him up to move him out from under the church. So he had been stuck under there.
Oh, my gosh.
Me and Matt did a military style funeral for him.
Yep.
And then when we were done with it, on our recorders and the ghost boxes you hear, we're free, we're free, we're free.
Oh, man.
That's awesome.
And it was funny because the Union soldiers and the Confederate soldiers now were shaking hands with each other and exchanging gifts with each other. It was something that was me being a military person, retired military, and Matt still military. That we did for them was something amazing. And it's something you can't do every day. You know?
Wow.
Yeah, and they thanked us too. We got lots of pictures of the soldiers hugging each other, giving each other
Aw.
pieces of tack, which is a little small biscuit.
Yeah.
They ate, both sides ate it. Sharing whiskey with each other, sharing cigars with each other. It was something just so beautiful,
Oh.
and to get to experience that, it was just amazing to me. You know, I've done this for a long, long time, but that's when it got me in the fields
Yes.
because I love helping military,
Yeah.
military soldiers, especially. I don't care what side you fought for, you still fought.
Yep.
And they deserve respect and admiration and recognition.
Absolutely.
And I'm making a point, if I go anywhere that I pick up any kind of soldier,
Yeah.
the first thing I'll say to them is thank you for your service.
I
I
do that as
appreciate
well.
what you did for our country.
Yep.
I'm a military person myself,
Yep.
so I relate with you. And I always get the best results by doing that.
Yeah, it's it's just they're people. You know
Yep.
what I mean? They're not gone. They're physically gone, but they're not gone.
No, they're not gone. And I'll tell you,
Energy is
when I
still
did
here.
Andersonville down in Georgia, South Georgia,
Oh yeah.
the first EVP I caught getting out of the car was two different gentlemen go, I'm not dead, then I'm not dead. It was two
Oh.
different gentlemen, two different
Wow.
forces. I'm like, that's pretty cool.
That is cool. Wow.
But yeah, we could do a whole episode just on our cemetery stories, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, man, this has been so awesome to have you on, Rita. I've missed talking with you.
Thank you.
And we're not going to be strangers like we were, the past few years. Keep up with each other.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah,
we would definitely love to have you back on the show again.
Yes, please.
just let me know when.
And if you ever want to do your own show, talk to Miss Gwen. She'll hook you up because we.
I'm the one. You know somebody now.
If you ever just want to do a show,
Yep.
you don't have
Just
to
a
do
special.
your own show. If you just want to be a guest, we can get you guest spots on other people's shows too.
They'd love to have you. I think
Oh, yeah.
Shane would love to have her too.
Oh, Shane, yeah, he's our resident exorcist guy. I don't know if he's Catholic or not, but
He's not Catholic. I can't remember exactly, but yeah, he would. I would love to book you in on his show. I really would. I think it would be a really good show. I really do.
Sounds good. Well, thank
So
you all
we'll
for
talk
having
about
me.
it. Thank
yeah,
you.
we still got a couple minutes, so we're gonna milk you till we can't milk you.
We're taking everything. There you go.
Hey, I love when we have a great guest, especially
I
since
do
I
too.
know, and get to reminisce about some of the fun stuff we've done together.
Yes.
The learning we've taught and learned from each other.
Yeah.
And I know several times that Rita would call me on a case, or I call Rita on cases like, hey, I got this, or I got this. What would you do with that? And she'd tell me, and I'd tell her, well, Rita, I do
Yeah.
this, this, and this. And she'd go, well, you do this, this, and this. And then it always worked out because I've never had to go back on a case once.
There's always more than one way to do a thing.
I know. And see,
Yeah.
that's what I appreciate. I appreciate Rita's approach to it, and I respect it. And I love the way I do it because that's the way I was taught to do it.
Right.
Thank you, Marla.
Thank you, Marla. We appreciate y'all. Y'all had 10,000 entertainment choices tonight. You chose us. Thank you.
Thank
That
you.
means a lot to us.
Yeah.
It really does. We don't do this for the money. We don't make
No.
nothing off of it.
I was
No,
going to say
We pay
there's
to do
money.
it.
no, there's not.
Gwen's other show, he said, well, nobody just feels professional. I said, hell, you got to get paid to be a professional.
That's right.
Yeah, and I produce all these shows and stuff, and I don't, yes, when I go to Paracons, I get to meet people, and that's I know that's not payment, and it sounds crazy, but I get to
No,
meet
it is payment to me.
Actually,
It's like,
it is
Yeah.
payment.
it is payment to me because people recognize you. It's like, hey, can I take your picture? And I've had people, it's still weird to me. It's like, I'll go to the Paracons now. And it's like, hey, can you sign an autograph? I'm like, okay, well, all right. I'm like, all
People
right.
know my name, and it's odd to me
Yeah.
because people just,
Yeah.
oh, that's Gwen, and come over here, and
Yeah.
I'm like, but I get to meet people, and it's like a big family reunion, no matter which one you go to, and I think honestly, I enjoy it. And Blaine is coming back this year, thank goodness.
I'm so
I
happy
have
you
missed
don't know. This cancer, it kicked my ass.
it. Did.
I'm glad you caught it.
Oh, I'm mean. I'm fighting. I mean, I'm still.
He has fought every step of the
I
way.
am cancer free, thank goodness.
Yes.
But this recovery, because I had 7 rounds of chemotherapy, 35 rounds of radiation.
Oh my God.
It took every bit of energy I had. I'm still not up to full percent. I think I'm maybe about 35, 40% of my strength back.
Yeah.
I've lost a lot of weight from it.
Yeah.
I'm just now getting where I can actually eat. I can't eat much, but I can eat.
Yeah.
And they took my
Getting
feet.
better every day.
Huh?
It's getting better every day.
It's going to take me probably another couple of months of recovery to get about 95% of my strength back.
Wow.
But I've just been blessed that I had people like Gwen and Lee and people like you that know me. Even though you didn't know I was sick, you were still sending me energy, which you didn't realize you were doing. I picked up on it.
I wished I'd have known.
No, you did. See, the problem is you didn't have to know because I felt your energy sending me healing. I felt Gwen's because it was like sometimes I would want to watch our show, but I didn't have the energy to come in here and turn the computer on to watch it.
Nope.
Now I'm back out here again. Getting to do more shows. I've got 3 on our network that I'll be guests on that I'm looking forward to. Hi, Raven.
Yeah, he's going to be on Wednesday night at 9:30 also. Oh no, Jeremy
8:30 our time.
Yeah, 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern.
You got to remember, there's a lot of us more on Central Time than are on Eastern Standard Time, Gwen.
I know. That's why I try to say it. Sometimes I forget.
Gwen's like my little sister, so I give her shit.
He does. Oh, when he was sick, when he was at his worst, I called absolute hell. But you know what? I told somebody the other day, I said, you know what, but he knew I was worried. He knew I was crying and it was horrible. I'm so, Brian, you have no idea how good it is to see you and being a good man.
You know how good it feels to me to be able to do this because I love doing this. This is what I have been doing, probably radio shows like this. Well, not like this because we didn't have video when I started.
Yeah, back in the old days, he says.
You're lucky if Blog Talk actually worked that session. And then going to other ones where you had to log onto a server and hope the person before you that had a show before you jumped off the server where you could jump on.
Oh my gosh.
Oh. Gwen's got it easy. I mean,
I do.
Compared to where we had to start with this crap.
Y'all tell me the stories, and I'm like, thank goodness I wasn't doing it.
I would have loved back in the day. Go, okay, just push this button. I don't have to go to a server or nothing. What?
They
talk about how people would forget to sign off.
Oh.
And you would have to call them and say, hey, you need to sign off so I could sign back in. And I'm just laughing like.
And it was funny, Rita. I recorded all of our shows that I did.
Yeah.
Where I could, because I put them out on when they had the first my podcast. That's how old it is. They don't even have my podcast anymore.
My podcast?
Huh?
How long ago was that?
Oh God, that had to have been 12, 13 years ago.
That was a long time. 14 years ago or so.
Yeah.
God, I hadn't heard that for so long.
Yeah. And you put it out there and it's like, because I recorded everything. So like the other person wouldn't get off the air and I'd already be recording. I was like, get your blankety blanket off the server. And then I have to go back there before I uploaded it to my podcast server and remove me cussing like a sailor because somebody got stupid. I don't handle stupid very well. So.
Yeah. Well, you guys, it's been a little over an hour and I've got a show in a few minutes, but Rita, thank you so much.
Rita,
it was a blast.
Thank you. And we will keep in touch now. And if you have
when we get off of here, I'm going to send you those pictures from from that military thing that I was telling you about.
Oh, right on. And I'll forward them over to Gwen.
Yeah, please.
do.
I'll send them to
Rita,
Gwen.
I will get in touch with you too
Facebook
about.
now.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
what? What'd you say, Blaine?
Gwen,
Yes.
she asked you what you said.
No, I asked you what you said.
Yeah.
Blaine.
Oh, no, I said that send them to me and Gwen because you have Gwen as a friend on Facebook now.
Oh, that's right. I do now. That's
Yeah.
right. Okay. I'll
And
do
if
that.
you ever want to be on another show, let Gwen know
Yep.
Okay.
because we'll get you booked on other shows.
Yeah.
I've been turning them down for the last year.
Well, like I said, thank you for taking ours. I
Yes,
really
Yeah,
appreciate
because I know
letting me
you, so that's it. I said I got to do that one.
Thank
Well,
you.
you know, you made me feel special. So thanks, Rita.
Oh, well, thank you. It's so good to meet you, Gwen, and
You too.
it's so good to see you again, Blaine.
Hey, we'll talk more. We got each other's phone numbers now, so if you ever
Yes.
need any help on a case, let me know. If I need help on a case, we'll call you, and
don't think I
we'll do
have-
some collaborations, huh?
I don't think I have your phone number. You have mine, but I
You
don't think
called
I
me
have yours.
today.
Did I call you?
You sure did. We talked this afternoon.
I thought that was through. I'm sorry. I thought I did it through the messenger thing. Apparently
No,
not.
it rang up.
I'm
Rita,
not good at
screw you up.
this stuff.
It's okay. You
It's
do have
okay.
my phone number. Just look in there.
Okay.
It's probably the last 334 numbers you have.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. So just save it in there. I've got
Yeah.
yours now. I saved you.
Yeah,
Excellent.
we're good.
All
Well, cool.
right.
Well,
Thanks.
Gwen,
All right,
thank
guys.
you again for producing.
Thank you.
And we'll see y'all tomorrow night on Supernatural Murders with me, Lee, and Gwen Johns.
Yeah. See you. Good night.
Good night.
Later.